Central with Burt Barron on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. From politics to entertainment, from social issues to lifestyles, from newsmakers to pop culture. If it's Jersey, it's on Jersey Central with Burt Barron, 732-545-9282. Or toll free at 888-545-9282.
8:38, we're back on Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. Well, we're very excited this week to be giving away a couple of prizes, including 2 tickets that we're giving away to a very, very funny show, which is at the Bickford Theater in Morristown, which is at the Morris Museum. The show is called Queen of Bingo, and the premise looks hilarious. And again, we're giving away tickets all week. So I've got a couple of the performers who are joining me now on the Raritan Bay Medical Center Jersey Newsmaker Hotline. First, let's say hello to Rowan Joseph, who is with us here this morning. Hi, Rowan. It's Burt Barron. How are you?
Good morning, Bingo.
Bingo. Good to have you on the show. Hold on just a second, my friend, and let's bring up your partner in crime. This is Shane. Do we have Shane this morning, too?
Bingo!
I like this. I like where this is headed. Good morning. Great to have you. It's called Queen of Bingo, but it's being played by guys. Rowan, how did this happen? How did you guys wind up in Queen of Bingo?
Well, it's funny. It was originally women when it played off-Broadway, where I directed it, and Shane and I were the producers of the off-Broadway production. And years after that, we got a phone call from a group in Florida. They called the publishers, who were handling the licensing for the show, and they wanted to do it with men. And the author said yes, and Shane and I went to see it. And strangely enough, Shane decided, you know what, I think I'd like to play Sis. And I ended up directing that with another friend of his. And then, as Shane likes to say, I gained enough weight, I was finally able to play Babe. And so he and I have been playing these 2 crazy sisters ever since. And it's been great fun doing that. We never expected it. When we did it in New York, we just never thought of men doing it. Someone else came up with that idea. And then once they did, we licensed it again. And we've been touring the country for 11 years.
Wow.
Playing Babe and Sis.
This is great. And for you, Shane Partlow, who was playing Sis, talk about what do people need to know about this show, the Queen of Bingo. Give us a premise of what the show is all about.
Well, basically, it's 2 sisters on the other side of 50. Babe, who's played by Rowan, has been on the Battle of the Bulge and been on every diet known to man, and still looking for love. And Sis is this bingo fanatic. She plays bingo, every night, unbeknownst to Babe, but she finds us out. And so basically that's what it's about, these 2 sisters that just love bingo, and it brings their relationship together. And basically it's these 2 sisters who go to play bingo on a Tuesday night, and it's so packed in the bingo hall that somebody's in their lucky seat, so they have to sit out in the hallway and play bingo, which you're not real happy about, but that's how it kind of goes. And, we give away a 10-pound frozen turkey at every performance. We've given over 20,000 pounds of turkeys over the 11 years. So
wow.
It's great. So people can come and try to win that Thanksgiving turkey. So Bingo Dragon, a 10-pound frozen turkey. What's not to love?
Exactly. Rowan, everything about this show sounds great. This is one of these things I bet you people just have such a good time at this show. What do you hear from people after they see the performance? What's kind of the immediate reaction that you get from people?
I think that one of the things that catches people off guard is they, of course, expect it to be funny. Just the premise alone, and is funny. But how touching and moving it is, and that's what we often hear from people, was that they really liked the charm of it. And so often people will say, "You remind me," especially for Shane. They'll say, "You remind me of my mother or my grandmother," and I usually get the aunt. "You remind me of my crazy aunt." But we always remind them of different women in their lives, which I think is wonderful. I also think every man should have to play a woman. It's just a completely different experience to be in, someone else's heels, as it were.
Yeah, I think about Tootsie, and I think about Tu Wong Fu, right? I think about movies like that, right? That kind of were along that same sort of line there. We got Shane Partlow and Rowan Joseph with us this morning, 2 performers in the show that is at the Morris Museum this weekend called The Queen of Bingo. Tickets are on sale now. You can visit morrismuseum.org. You can call the ticket window at 973-971-3706, or you can buy tickets in person at the Bickford Theater box office. It is at 6 Normandy Heights Road in Morristown. Great venue to see a show. And talk about, if you could, Shane, about how exactly the bingo game for the turkey works. Is it just like sitting in a bingo hall and playing a game?
Well, basically, everybody's sitting in the audience, and when the audience comes in, they'll be handed their program, and inside, stuffed in their program, is a bingo card. And it's basically they're already pre-punched, and then as we have a caller halfway through the show where the audience will be told when they can play bingo game and everything and introduce the game, they'll sit there and punch out their numbers. Even if somebody hasn't played bingo, it's fairly simple, but they may find out that they're, addicted to bingo after they play only one game trying to fight for the bird.
Excellent. I love that component to it. And you said thousands and thousands of pounds of turkey have been given away over the years, huh?
Absolutely, yes. It's amazing how many pounds of turkeys that we've given away over the years when we think about it. It's
Wow.
fantastic.
Excellent.
I always say we've given away 10,000 or more pounds of turkey doing the show, and at every show there's more than 150 pounds of ham on stage.
This is true. Very true. Think of it as a buffet of comedy, if you will. So it's happening Sunday at the Morris Museum at the Bickford Theater, which is a great venue to see a show. Rowan, talk about some other things you've done in your career. You've got a great resume. You've done a lot of stuff in acting and television and movies. Talk about some things you've been in.
Yes, I mean it's been smaller roles. Whoever said there are no small roles, only small actors, never saw my resume. But I've been very fortunate to work with something like 10 or 11 Oscar-winning actors, from Katharine Hepburn to Julie Andrews. I was in Princess Diaries 2 with Anne Hathaway and Julie Andrews. Last season I was on Veep with Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Hugh Laurie. Also, I've been in The Campaign with Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis. Playing different roles, playing sometimes a reporter or the Minister of Finance or a doctor or a funeral director, and it's wonderful to play those character roles, and it's just great to be able to have that. In addition to being able to tour all over the country playing Babe and the Queen and Bingo, it's a wonderful actor's life that I'm fortunate and very blessed to have.
It's the best job in the world to be a working actor, isn't it? It's fantastic.
Indeed. Yep.
How about for you? How about for you, Shane? Any work that we would know you from?
Yeah, I've done, again, small roles too. Basically, Will and Grace. I was on iCarly. I was Carly's uncle on the Nickelodeon show, and also coming up, I'll be in Scream Queens with Jamie Lee Curtis, and then next year a small role on Roots, the remake of Roots. So,
Wow.
Constantly working.
Nice, good. Well, good for both you guys, and we're looking forward to seeing the show on Sunday. We're giving tickets away to the show all week here on the show. And again, it's at the Bickford Theater at the Morris Museum coming up on Sunday, this Sunday afternoon, a 2 o'clock performance. And maybe you'll go home with a turkey. You don't know either. So let me thank Shane Partlow and Rowan Joseph, who play respectively Sis and Babe in the Queens of Bingo. Thank you guys for being on the show this morning, and it sounds like a great success. And again, thank you for your time this morning. Oh, it's tough to get an actor out of bed at 8 in the morning, but thank you guys for your time.
Thank you, Bert.
We're used to it from The Amazing Race. So,
right.
Rowan say from The Amazing Race, come on out.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys for being on the show. Very much appreciated, and good luck with everything. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. All right. My guests on the Raritan Bay Medical Center Jersey Newsmaker Hotline, the two lead actors in The Queen of Bingo, which is in Morristown at the Bickford Museum. My guest on the Raritan Bay Medical Center Jersey Newsmaker Hotline, Raritan Bay Medical Center, the home of 3D